Grandpa Bob had spent his whole life working as a school teacher. A modest pension, an old house on the edge of town, and a worn-out sweater with patches on the elbows. Everyone knew him as a quiet, kind man who fed stray cats and brought apples to the neighbors' kids. His granddaughter Jess grew up in a different world: smartphones, trends, social media. She didn't understand why Grandpa told stories about his youth or waited so eagerly for her visits. To her, it was boring and irrelevant. Bob began to get sick quietly. At first, just fatigue, then trouble breathing, dizziness. He didn't want to bother his daughter. She lived in another city, busy with work. His hope was Jess. One day, he finally asked. "Jess," he said when she came over just to grab her charger, "I think I need to see a doctor. I haven't been feeling well. Maybe you could go with me." "I'm busy, Grandpa," she replied shortly. "And honestly, you don't even have money for a doctor. What are you expecting, really?" Bob said nothing. Something in his eyes dimmed. Jess left without looking back. Her mind was full of thoughts, like, everyone wants something from me, and life isn't about chasing after old people. A week later, a neighbor found Bob collapsed on the porch. The doctor said, heart attack, and treated in time. He survived, but grew weaker, barely spoke, and he never asked for help again. Jess only went to the hospital because her mother made her. "Do you even realize you could have lost him?" her mother said sternly. Jess said nothing. For the first time, she had no words. The hospital room was quiet. Bob lay with his eyes closed. On the bedside table was an old photo album. Jess picked it up. Inside were pictures from her childhood, her in Grandpa's arms, the two of them fishing, her first drawing, signed, "For Grandpa Bob," and something inside her cracked. "Hi," she whispered. "I'm sorry for before. I was stupid, really stupid." Bob slowly opened his eyes. He smiled, weakly, but genuinely. "It's good to see you, Jessie." From that day on, Jess visited every day. She cooked for him, read aloud, learned how to give insulin shots. Her friends were confused. "Why are you doing this? He's not even leaving you an apartment or anything." But she answered simply, "He already gave me more than that. He loved me, just because." Bob lived another 2 years. Before he passed, he said, "You've done more than I ever asked. And I'm lucky. I won't die alone." A year later, Jess enrolled in nursing school. She knew now, the real value in life isn't money, but knowing you didn't abandon the people who needed you most, when it mattered.